Told me you wanted your space. Let you be free, so I did that. How could you play in my face?
Like my last track off on the channel.
That's just a part of the
This is
game.
not new, so he dropped it
Wasting
this
my time, I
Friday.
ain't
And we
need
dropped it
that.
running
That's just a
mill.
part of the game.
Called Detached.
Wasting my time, I ain't. You need to heal. You need to find your peace. I gotta detach. Let it be a quick release. You need to heal. You need to find your peace. I gotta detach. I gotta do what's best for me. You need to heal. Hey, you need to heal. Hey. So me you wanted your space. Let you be free, so I did that. How could you play in my face? All along you was playing your get back. That's just a part of the game. But wasting my time, I ain't with that. That's just a part of the game. But wasting my time, I ain't. You need to heal. You need to find your peace. I gotta detach. Let it be a quick release. You need to heal. You need to find your peace. I gotta detach. I gotta do what's best for me. You need to heal. Hey, you need to heal. Hey. Told me you wanted your space. Let you be free, so I did that. How could you play in my face? All along you was playing your get back. That's just a part of the game. But wasting my time, I ain't need that. That's just a part of the game. But wasting my time, I ain't. You need to heal. You need to find your peace. I gotta detach. Let it be a quick release. You need to heal. You need to find your peace. I gotta detach. I gotta do what's best for me. You need to heal. Hey, you need to heal. Hey.
New day.
Told me you wanted your space. Let you be free, so I did that. How could you play in my face? All along you was playing your get back. That's just a game. Wasting my time, I ain't need that. That's just a part of the game. Wasting my time, I ain't. You need to heal. You need to find your peace. I gotta detach. Let it be a quick release. You need to heal. You need to find your peace. I gotta detach. I gotta do what's best for me. You need to heal. Hey, you need to heal.
Hey, I love you, stupid 92.
Told me you wanted your space. Let you be free, so
I need to stick my I think it's magandang download. Follow, drag my live, follow. Trying what you did, follow. Okay, well that's low. Good download. I'm gonna let that download. I'm gonna let that download.
Told me you wanted your space. Let you be free, so I did that. I got you play in my face. All along you was planning your get back. That's just a part of the game. Wasting my time, I ain't need that. That's just a part of the game. Wasting my time, I ain't. You need to heal. You need to find your peace. I gotta detach. Let it be a quick release. You need to heal. You need to find your peace. I gotta detach. I gotta do what's best for me. You
Drag my
need
live,
to
guys. Apa sekian live?
heal.
Hey.
You need to heal.
Hey.
Look, told me you wanted your space. Let you be free, so I did that. I got you play in my face. All along you was planning your get back. That's just a part of the game. But wasting my time, I ain't need that. That's just a part of the game. But wasting my time, I ain't. You need to heal. You need to find your peace. I gotta detach. Let it be a quick release. You need to heal. You need to find your peace. I gotta detach. I gotta do what's best for me. You need to heal. Hey, you need to heal. Hey. Hey.
Chico. Don't break. Dang it. And I
Look, told me you wanted your space. Let you be free, so I did that. How could you play in my face? All along you was planning your get back. That's just a part of the game. But wasting my time, I ain't need that. That's just a part of the game. But wasting my time, I ain't. You need to heal. You need to find your peace. I gotta detach. Let it be a quick release. You need to heal. You need to find your peace. I gotta detach. I gotta do what's best for me. You need to heal. Hey, you need to heal. Hey. Dear Lord, dear Lord, I write this letter with a broken heart. And I know times we've grown apart. Oh, I got questions, and I know you have the answer. Like, why do you feel right when you know you're wrong? Why walk into my life and you won't stay long? Oh, Lord, oh, Lord,
That's chicken. I might go to this video here and react to it so y'all can hear it. About the Kamala and Anthony here. I mean Kamala Anthony Kate. They got some more stuff to it too. And oh, I don't know all at one time. See, this is smart download. Oh, I think from download. I'm gonna go to react to I'm about to react to my own video. And yeah. I'm gonna react to my own video. This is about the Anthony and Anthony Kate. And it's more evidence. More stuff that came out right here. So I'm about to react to my own video. And yeah. And his channel is dang, I forgot the name of
That's why I'm doing these. That's why I'm
I
doing
forgot the
these.
name of his YouTube channel.
Really, lady that come on hard. Now hopefully it works out.
But this is Kamala Anthony K.
A 1080 on the
And then he got
glass.
special guests on here
And
too.
so that's why it was so grainy and blurry. And that's
Is this
why
the
I
beginning?
didn't
No, this
even
ain't the
put
beginning one.
this to the front. I didn't even see it coming
Wait a
up.
minute, that's the middle one. Wait a minute, wait.
So, but
That's
if
not
you
the right
actually
one.
see the video prior to the trial
That's the
and see it in 4K,
that's part five.
they
Wait a
can
minute.
identify Carmelo, Austin, Hunter, they can
That's part five. That's not the right one. I gotta start it on part one. I went to part five. I'll show this one. I'll react to this one right here.
or did the lineman move? I've heard different versions and push him out of his seat. You're saying they as if it was more than one person making contact with him.
That is correct. I can say for sure that I saw movement coming from three of them. And like I said, the fourth to the fourth wall line. He had a little bit out of my view, and I didn't want to kind of like glaze off and look over there at him and get something here. But I can say that was what movement. But he just kind of seemed antsy. I don't know if he was nervous. I'm not really sure what he was doing. But as far as like was for Carmelo, it was the three that was irregular in process for sure.
Alright, why did it too much?
So after you see this visual of multiple people making physical contact with Carmelo, what did you say Carmelo what did he try to do? Because they're saying that Carmelo
So basically, it was three people. It was three. They said there was four people that came up to him and tried to fight him. He tried to walk away, but when he tried to walk away, they pulled him back in, but he couldn't walk away. So he had no choice but to defend himself. He had no choice.
What you just said. Now you told me this story. Right? You told me this already.
Every story of
Your account of what you seen. I heard this from you before I actually seen the video of the man on the screen, the guy that went viral, the black guy. Now, you're saying his name is Dwayne, and you're actually familiar with him, and you know him.
And his channel was what's the name of his channel? His name is dang, I forgot what his name is. on his channel. I gotta go to the channel to know what his name is.
So the
But I
reason you're
reacted to his
acting like
video on
that,
YouTube.
you're
His
watching,
channel is
and then if you see
dang, what's his
nothing,
name?
just hit the like button. If you don't do anything else, please hit the like button.
Dang, I got his
You're
YouTube channel.
watching
I
it.
have to go to
You
it
don't appreciate
to say his
what
name.
that's going
But
on.
you can
Y'all
see
not
his right here. I followed
calling in,
reacted to his
telling
video
you
on
guys
YouTube
shoot from
channel.
back if you
He,
want
he
to. First of
got a
all,
whole bunch of information
initially
about Anthony
ISD
Commando, a whole bunch of
and
information. So I
signed
reacted to his
off
YouTube channel.
and actually made her
I gotta get
visit to
his
see this
actual
surveillance.
name to
The
his YouTube
same
channel.
surveillance that they said didn't
I don't know what his
exist in
actual
the
name is. So I
beginning,
gotta go
right,
see what
Kira?
his actual name is.
That's correct.
Okay,
Because the four times they said there was no video.
right. So, the account that you just gave, where Carmelo actually stepped back, he went backward first initially, and then it looked like he was pulled back in. That's the same thing that the police did.
Either he was pulled back or either he was just trying to maintain his balance and come back forward.
That's the
You know,
same.
you have, like I say, drop, you do jump back and then kind of come back forward. And then like maybe every time you
Before you
see
start
him,
that, before you keep going, I just want to point out that is the same thing that the brain on the screen right here said. I haven't talked to Dwayne. I don't even know Dwayne. All I know is what everybody else seen the video that's been going around on the internet. But he said the same thing you just said as far as you see the backward motion by Carmelo, and then it seemed like they pulled it back in. But go ahead, go ahead.
and there's probably about another 15 to 20 people that I know of that basically tell you the same thing. You know, they all see the video. And at that point, like I said, you still see movement going on. And then kind of what they shoot off this alternate in post was at that point you see Carmelo finally able to get it right. But you can kind of tell I don't know off the right was on Carmelo or if he kind of had him in a grip. But it's kind of like he had to push out a little bit to get his body to be able to move backwards. And of course, you got to think about sitting on a bleacher. So it's like he had to use his arm to bring his body backwards. And what because his body kind of went backwards, he was able to kind of kick his feet around a little bit and then jump up. So like I said, all this time
Oh,
off
yeah,
was
it's right
waiting
here.
or like grabbing something off still kind of had his feet a little bit. So like I said, he backpedaled a little bit, using his hands to push his body back, and then at that point he was able to jump up. Once he did jump up, he ran up about 2 to 3 rows of the bleachers, and once he made it up, he jumped. You can tell he was kind of scared. You can kind of feel like, you know, his arm was ready to
So
move out.
by the time he was able to get away again, there's possibly right after the stabbing had already happened.
Yeah. Right, now, that was all the way that he was on the video, like, you know,
By the way you look, the optics, by the way you watch, it was almost like you understand why he used assistance to get him off of him.
I do. And like I said, once he ran up the 2 rows of bleachers, he was trying to get out of his house so fast. You see him real quick. He looked to the right, too fast, and then he turned back and looked to the left.
Yeah.
So this is just a tough
My
shot.
last guy got talking about
To be able to exit. And I'm glad he didn't go to the
subscribe,
right
subscribe,
because
subscribe.
those other bleachers to the right. So that means you had to go a long way over just for him to be able to cut to go back. But he was sitting in the very first bleacher, so that's why the very first canopy. So that's why I felt like he ran to his left, because of course there was no canopy to his left. So he kind of cut it out angle and he looked down. But that's when I pretty much stopped watching him because I was he was off the
So she
bleacher.
was basically
So then Carmelo was running going
after
down.
then Carmelo had this way, but you do the thing to
And
defend
the,
yourself.
the, when
So
those two were turned,
wait, hold on, wait, hold on. So you're telling me after the confrontation with Austin and several others that where you seen it was a physical confrontation, Carmelo backed up a little bit, it seemed like they pulled him in, and then he got away again. He backed up again. This is by this time, this is when he stabbed him. You're telling me when Carmelo was able to clearly get away and run away, people were chasing him?
I'm just saying. And like I said, and I even feel like this, like I said, this is just my opinion. I feel like they didn't even know at the time that Austin had stabbed. Because as soon as all three of the others were turned to be ready to chase for them, Austin honestly turned and got ready to come down with him. But I feel like at that point, his body just was
Is see, I'm using my common sense. Is do you think that's how, from your side, is that how Austin actually ended up at the bottom of the bleachers because he
Yes,
was
sir.
kind of trying to.
Yes, sir. He came down at the exact time the other three guys
That's how he ended up down there. Because he was actually still trying to chase after Carmelo too.
So the other three kind of went in an angle, in the same angle that Carmelo went, but as soon as Austin turned around, I guess that's what he knew that something was wrong. So most likely, of course, he looked down. So he didn't have the speed, and he staggered down like real boom, boom, like he put boom. He was real slow, he took 10 steps, and he went straight down. And as he went straight down, when he made it to the platform, that's when he collapsed. But as soon as he made it to the platform, I don't know if he had enough energy to say something like, help me, I'm not sure what he said, even if he said anything, but right at that point, you see one of the guys chasing Carmelo, you see him switch his head around. And I feel like he was hungry because, of course, he said in his interview, he flipped his head around. But this one kid flipped his head around. And as he flipped his head around, that's when Austin was going down. So he seen Austin collapsing. That kid stopped chasing. And he turns around and he goes back. But he does not make it to Austin's body all the way that time because enough was circling at Austin's body. So he hooked close by and watched while they tried to revive Austin. And that's another thing. They made it to Austin within seconds. What would they ask when an altercation was going on? What would they
Correct,
do when
correct,
the
correct,
truck was
correct.
around the
Why they
corner?
wouldn't do no, they couldn't stop it or intervene in the
First, I
conversation
have to say,
before it got
man,
to
calling me in.
before it got to
This is very
before it
great
got to that point. They
because
could have stopped it before it got to that point. Why
just
did
like
nobody
what he
why
said,
did nobody get involved in the
and
situation while the situation was
there's only
happening so they
people
could
that
sit there and
not
stop the
believe that
situation
he
so it
cannot
would have got
do
the
it,
proper
right?
do it do the light. Why did somebody intervene in the situation while it was going on? I don't understand that part neither. Why did nobody intervene in the situation? That way the other dude when they got shot it off like they intervened and stopped it.
Well, here's the thing. It was more than you that seen the video that have this pretty much the same accounts.
Pretty much the exact same account. Pretty
Right.
much the exact
And
same
how
account.
many people did you say seen the video after you since?
What happened to me 2 days after I was seeing a lady in
Well, just in total, before you or after you in total, that you know of.
in total, like I said, I know pretty good, know those stories of at least about 15, 15, 17 for sure.
Dang, you said 50, 17 people. Now this dude here. This dude explained what happened too. Because he was there. Well, he seen the video.
So he's saying as if he was being jumped. I've never heard that before. It makes sense because they said that he ran to the coach. That's because they was chasing him. Because why did he need to run? You know what I mean? If you have a fight with somebody, obviously, if you use, running and this person got hurt, everybody else sent a message. So who was he running from? That's because it started off like that. You see what I'm saying? I said, well, was running, but they tried to make it seem like he was running to get away, to run out. Well, if he was running to get away and run out, then why didn't he just run out? He could have just ran out. He literally said, no, I did it. When they said, oh, well, allegedly, he said, no, it's not alleged. I did it. So he's not trying to get away. So now it makes sense. Ain't no way in hell they were supposed to let that video get shown without proper equipment, right? Because what's happening is they're telling you how you gonna tell the jury what to see. The jury gotta be able to see this on their own. Like
Correct. They need to see the whole video. And they need to see the video clear. Clear. The video wasn't even clear enough for them to even make it something in the damn video. The video wasn't clear enough for them to see the video. So they couldn't tell nothing. They just said guilty and everything. They didn't see the video at all. The video wasn't clear enough for them to see. Period.
She said, no, we do not need it. It makes sense because in court they said, oh, it's blurry and you really can't see.
I pray that he get a free trial. He get a free trial where he have jurors of his peers, because none of them jurors of his peers at all. They was all white. They ain't have no black jurors in there at all. So I pray that he get another trial and he get jurors of his peers.
Okay, wait a minute. What's going on? Because I was wondering myself.
Because he deserves another trial.
You know, talking about like how y'all.
Because they would set the fence. Or he had no choice to figure himself. He had no choice.
Why is the attorney saying no? You cannot play that video because it's you can't show the video. They need to watch the video and be able to at least be able to see it clearly.
Correct.
What is the purpose of this video?
Because it wasn't clear at all for them to actually see it.
I don't know how long you watched it, but in the beginning, Congress said initially when they tried to, watch the video and ask about the video, she said, school district said there is no video, there is no another video, there is no video show. She said, I lied 5 times and tried to, turn it away, but they just kept being adamant about it. Colonel man whose family has a private investigator, he stayed on the private investigator. There's a lot of content that was friends with the private investigator named Tiffany Bates, who stayed on tomorrow night. She was the first one to actually see it in the private investigator. She wanted to give her account how they tried to turn it away, and they said it wasn't a video. This is her account. So what they ended up saying, okay, you guys can come see it as long as you sign off, you can't record it, you can't do this, right? So they ended up seeing the video that the school district was denying that even existed. What do you think about that?
I don't know, because with the video though, now it becomes custody of
who they're gonna call who's gonna conflict some of these things, people that are there that were eyewitness to what happened. And then, as witnesses that are going to now bring a statement during cross-examination. During cross-examination of the 17-year-old, defense attorney Toby Shook asked, do you remember telling the detective that Hunter Metcalf popped in and defended Austin? Now, the reason why Toby Shook, defense attorney Toby Shook, felt the need to ask the witness this is because up until this point, they was trying to exclude Hunter Metcalf. They was trying to say he wasn't nowhere around. So Tony was saying, do you remember telling the detective that Hunter Metcalf popped in and defended Austin? The witness said, yes, I remember telling the detective that. Toby Shook said, do you remember in your written statement saying Austin put his hands on his shoulders to intimidate? Witness said, yes, more of a warning. Actions speak louder than words. Toby Shook said, bigger build Austin has? Witness said, yeah, more broad. Then the witness was asked to step down. And then, remember all over social media, they kept saying that Carmelo had been disciplined, that he was in trouble. This kid doesn't have any criminal background, right? But they were trying to paint him up as something negative, right? And then there was the whole thing about the parents and that whole dynamic. But I'm really interested to see how the defense team, who they're going to call up, who's going to conflict some of these things, people that are there that were eyewitness to what happened. And hopefully, based on what you were saying, my brother, hopefully the defense team will be smart enough to say, we want to show that video in full graphic. And we want to play the whole thing out, not give you bits and pieces. We want to let that whole thing marinate in your mind. That's what I'm looking for. So, Red Scully in the chat, one of my moms said the prosecution rested today. So, I'm just finding this out. I don't know. I'm sitting her word for it. Yeah, well, right. That's right. That's right. So, information can't get any more. They can't give them any more anything else now. They can't come back and say, "Oh, we forgot to."
Correct.
We need you, right now. Where you at? Come on, dog.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm hoping because it seems like now that hearing that the judge said that they had 2 weeks, possibly this is then their week. So maybe they're just, and I think that's a strategy. Let these folks lie, and then come back and now pound them.
Tell your ass up.
You see what I'm saying? Because you think about it, if you come off too strong in the beginning, you're almost letting them know. But now since the defense has rested, now you can pound them jokers into the ground because even what you just showed, I didn't even know about this. You see what I'm saying? Now you see what I'm saying when I say these people are lying. Like they are lying. Like I can listen to what they're saying and the contradictory stories is always to make him look bad. Everybody is doing the same thing.
Demonization. Right? They're trying to demonize Carmelo Anthony. I remember last year, and I want to ask y'all about it. I know information man finna go off when I ask this question. I know you will. Before we go there, before I ask y'all this, I know Keisha gonna go too, but what do you think about the video, information man, how they have been able to actually clearly show it in 4K? But Keisha made a great point. This is court. Carmelo life is on the line, actually. This man's facing life in prison. Right. What do you think about them not even being able to get something simple as a 4K device to show the 4K video? They showed this 4K
They need to get a clear TV. They need a clear TV, like a clear version of the video, so the jurors be actually be able to see the video, not a blurry version of the video that they can't even see.
What the hell? Well, this is part of my.
So they ain't even have a clear
video. To hate on his defense team. But when you don't have the top lawyer,
I don't have the top dogs
at all. They have the resources to get the equipment that's necessary. Even if the courtroom doesn't have that proper equipment. And the fact that this is Texas, the fact that this is a courtroom and they don't have this kind of equipment, something doesn't smell right. Right? And on top of that, once again, we're dealing with a kid who was supposed to have scholarships to college, have some criminal background. Keep that in mind. This is a young man who was going places in life. How can you, by any means, not throw out all the expenses, throw out everything you've got in the kitchen sink to make sure that people can clearly see what's exactly going on now? This is my question. You have the brother on there who had a chance to look at the surveillance. I wonder how many of these people who have actually had a chance to look at that surveillance will be allowed to give any testimony versus those people that actually were on the ground. Can the defense team mix some of that up and give you that and people that actually saw the footage?
Great.
Information. What do you guys say about that? I have a different take on it. I have several takes first. This is the problem. People like Charles, these individuals who get lots of views. There are people that follow them, that listen to them. These people are, to me, because of how powerful social media is and how you can get across different platforms, they're dangerous. See, I equate them as the Samuels and Dumbos that try to tell plantation masters this is where they're running to, boss. This is where the Underground Railroad is. This is where they went to escape from the plantation. See, Charles and White, these are, even though we know that He is doing this for views. He's trolling a lot. It's very dangerous because people believe him and follow people like this. We've got many of these buck dancers on YouTube that have large followings and they have an influence that's dangerous. Now, putting what the sister said, put my conditions out as a therapist. She's right. It's self-hate. You see, when you hate yourself internally, you hate the way you look, you hate who you are. That's why you want to be supposed to like this and post anything that's outside of being black. Because of that self-hate, we do what? We project the self-hate onto those that look like us. Correct. And as a byproduct of that, we will hate and disrespect people that look like us. We'll have less patience for them. For example, Freezy, have you noticed this on these panels on YouTube? You will have like this. Soon as a white person comes on the panel, and you're having a controversial conversation, you notice how black folks will be patient with that white person and say, "Oh, fast, yeah, yes, sir." If that white person has a different opinion than you, you'll still give them respect and say, "Well, sir, I have a different opinion." But if a black person has the same disposition, you'll say, "You won't win, you won't be, it's why you ain't that." He's right.
He's correct. That's fine.
Okay, sir. Well, sir, can I ask another question? See what I'm saying? We so much want to be in the favor of white folks because we think white is right, black is, with that.
Correct.
People are going to start to wonder, like, wait, this ain't what y'all saying. Well,
sis, think about this. I'm gonna let you go to this information now. Think about this. I thought about this already. It is a sensitive case, right? Austin Metcalf is deceased. He's dead. So it's almost strange as if that community and other people are almost kind of making him a martyr. It's kind of strange to me. They're kind of making Austin Metcalf a martyr. And it seems like Frisco is trying their best not to make sure Austin is not painted in a bad light. That video, if it's shown, from what we've seen, from what we've heard, people accounts, he basically was a monster. He was a monster.
Yes, full picture. They've been saying a lot of stuff. Please. 3 hours, but I'm with consideration from the minutes. We still have 10 minutes. Haven't checked out yet. Oh no! Said that the mother left the father because he was teaching them to be bullies. I've also heard that he was, his father was killed pop-outs. Because some girls get videos, some kids, two little young kids on their own, out their parents, they were raised, not their father, they just teaching to be bullied. They needed that, so why didn't you teach your kids to be bullying other kids?
Well, what do you think information?
The father brought there to teach the kids that. That's crazy. Why would you teach your kids to bully other kids? Yeah, he should have kept his hands to his damn self, too. If he would have kept his hands to his damn self, he would have still be, would have kept his hands to himself. And not trying to bully somebody and then just bring up the finish Just have a white drip in the yeah, no talk about the finish But I don't know if the judge was racist. I don't know.
That's the way. So it's just a lot.
I think the judge was racist. I haven't said the judge was racist. Because he just put him on the could go in jail. The judge was racist jail.
And she said
he deserved a new trial. With choice of his peers.
It was like nothing but 20
so I pray that he get a new trial.
And you can make out their belongings was right by them, each person. It wasn't even an environment where you can actually steal something. And he was just minding his own business, sitting down on the top right back corner, partially not even up under the tent. So for Hunter Metcalf to paint this picture that, we was worried about him stealing our stuff. Why did you say he was gonna steal our stuff? Because he's black. You're trying to paint a picture and justify what y'all really did that day.
And it's not justified at all. It's not justified. It's not justified at all. What they did was bogus there. They weren't justified whatsoever.
Statements that were put out there is that it was a rainy day. And that a lot of the kids were getting in their tents. and they got playing some rolling while Khalil got under the tent to get from under the rain that was pouring. Get for the $5. She said, money. Shout out to you, sis. Go ahead. One more. Shout out to JBK, which brings 6 sponsorship for $60. To be a co-sponsor, official sponsor of tonight's show has to be $60. Link is pinned. I think it should be pinned to the bottom now. If anybody something, I don't even think it will be this big of a deal. I think that person that actually used this knife to get that bigger person off of them, like it will be self-defense all day. It'll be stand your ground all day. It's like they're trying to play into Austin Metcalf being. It's like they're making him a hero, a Frisco hero. You know. Yeah, but see that this is another thing, man. Wexford brother, you know that the rule isn't you fight my brother that fight me. Mine was a twin. I'm telling you like this. I don't care who it is. You fight her, you gotta fight her. And like dude, and think about it, not just how big he was. So y'all telling me, if you get approached by 4 or 5 people, bro, the first thing I'm gonna get you. Right. That's a fact. Nobody has to say that, bro. Listen to me, bro. I'm about to get jumped. I'm gonna tip off first. I'm gonna get tipped off. Have you ever got jumped before? I'll tell you. Have you ever got jumped before in life? Yeah. No. I get jumped all the time. Okay, there you go. Me too. I got jumped before. Yeah. So I got jumped right now. Well, here's the thing. Especially if you've gotten jumped before, and let's just say 4 people approach you aggressively again. Are you gonna let that happen again, Jay? Yeah. Okay, check this out. Okay, so the people of other races that have been through things, right, and black people have done so to them. The people who have never had no prejudice against black people until an incident takes place and it's understanding why you feel like they're blocked back people, right? Yes. Why do you guys think that when some of those people have those encounters, this is the reason why you're watching everybody who fits that description and why? Because that's what happened to them. This is the thing.
Correct.
I don't feel like this is about black men, but we got black men say this for the race, right? Yeah. Even black women say this.
Yeah, I pray that he gets justice. I pray he get a free trial, and he have juries of his peers. Because if he doesn't hit in his trial of jurors that was all white, he needs black jurors too, not just all white jurors. He needs some jurors of his peers. So I pray that he get a free trial. Okay. Oh, these two over here.
excuse my hands if they touch you. I got that special kind of love that's gonna show them just not telling you. Got that kind of love to have you blowing. That's why you just know I know what you want tonight. And since we both grown, let's go home tonight. Baby, I've been thinking about you lately. Can't get you off my mind. Want you to be mine. You should really be my lady. So I gotta play it cool like a shady tree. I'm gonna break the wrong move, that'll be crazy. Crazy. You know I'm on what you want tonight. And since we being grown, let's get it on tonight. I heard you need good love. I really need good love. I heard you need good love. I really need good love. From your side to your vibe, can I make you mine? You the baddest in my eyes, and I just cannot lie. Good love, what you need, man. Let me swing on by, cause it ain't nothing in these streets that's even worth my time. Instead of bending to your boss, I should work my mind. Been running through it all day, that's how you stay so fine. If you want what I'm on tonight, then tell the DJ, play this song tonight. Baby, I've been thinking about you lately. Can't get you off my mind. Just want you to be mine. You should really be my lady. So I gotta play it cool like a shady tree. I wanna break the wrong move, that'll be crazy. Crazy. You know I'm on what you want tonight. And since we being grown, let's get it on tonight. I heard you need good love. I need good love. Good love. I heard you need good
I'm gonna go to part 2. I just want to listen to some music right quick. I'm gonna go to this part 2. Yeah, part 2. Okay, that one went by quick. I might have to take that one off because why did it go by so fast? Yeah, I'm about to take this one off because this one ain't record like it's supposed to. So I'm gonna have to take that one off. I'm gonna have to take that one off because that one's supposed to be that was supposed to be part 2, but for some reason went past real quick. I think it was a part of this one. I'm gonna end up taking that one off. I don't know about that one. I'm gonna take that one off. Oh, I'm going to part 3. Okay. Because I just watched part 2. It was inside this one. So let's go to this part right here, which is part 3. Watch part 2. I'm reacting to my own videos. If you like my live, subscribe for the sharing, like, and go follow my Instagram, my Facebook, my TikTok, my Instagram. Go follow me on Bingo. Go live on Bingo too. Go follow my Twitch. Follow my Facebook. Follow my TikTok. Follow my Instagram. Go live on all platforms. And go follow my Bingo. Go live on Bingo as well. Go follow all my platforms. Yes.
How easy is it
Okay.
to get hit in certain places. Black women. The only time you got black men or black boys got self-defense on an M is when he defending the black woman or he defending the white man in the military or against one of each other. But outside, we the only people that we can take out is us. There ain't no self-defense when it comes to them other people I just named. Absolutely. I agree with you, Jay Prince. And let me ask you something.
And this is Jay Prince right here. Yeah, Jay Prince in his live.
Jay Prince, why is he so hard for
I need to
certain
figure out what his
black folk?
name
And we
is.
know what kind I'm talking about. We know what
Oh, his name is No Cap. No Cap.
Why do you think it's so hard for them to really see how we see it and to at least be critical, to be more critical of what's going on in this trial? Like, even you call it, Jay Chris, you see the inconsistency. You see the foul play that's going on. Why do you think it's so hard for these people, black other black folk, to actually even be critical about
I think his
what's
name
really
is
honestly going on?
No Captivity. Is his
Because
name.
those black people are into saying black people been dying in the hands of whites, right? So it kind of shocking to see whites dying in the
I
hands
think his
of
name No
blacks.
Captivity is his name. That's his YouTube channel
They benefit from
that I'm
whites.
reacting to. I'm
Most of
reacting to
these
his
people
YouTube
got
channel.
jobs, got
No
careers and
Captivity is his
stuff,
name.
and they don't want to
But
come
this is Jay
home like
Prince over
they
here.
defended a black man or a
Yeah,
black
Jay
boy.
Prince is in his live.
And so they gonna think about their education, their
And I think
finances
he was in the
before
court.
they start thinking about
I
some
think he was in
black
the
power
courtroom
and
too.
shit.
No, he seen the
So
video too.
they don't want
He
they
sent
want to
the
prove to a
video.
black man that all of us don't think like them bitches. Those are the black men who ran from the hood anyway. So they trying to get
Yeah, he seen the video
to
too.
the system, and they will go above and beyond, even if that means sacrificing a few black boys, some black men. We have to get up. But you can tell that this boy is a good boy. I ain't never known no thug that got an education, got A's and B's, 3-point grade average in football, and all this other type of stuff. He ain't sitting out there on the street selling nothing. But Jay, they calling him a thug. Bro, you know and I know he ain't no thug. No, he a good kid. He was gonna grow up to be a good butler. If it wasn't for sports, he wasn't no criminal type of dude. Right. You know that. I tell you, you can look at that boy, you get some white show, it don't scream thug. That's a fact. First off, he had his mom and his dad. Been raised with his mom and his dad. Yeah.
Correct.
Right? So he don't have that struggle. Because had he would have been a thug, he would have jabbed him more than one time. Go ahead. I'll cut you off. It just seems like those people is trying to victimize Austin, and I think they probably had a beating. I think that school had a beating before this court, and in court they was testing them. You know, you've been a couple people to come out saying that they lied, so they've been sitting up there and trying to make up a story. Carmelo Anthony is just like everybody teamed up against him. And then they don't help that you got black teachers telling them. When I first heard that the black gym teacher said that he gave the white boy permission to chastise his boy or to manage the thing, bro, I knew that was some bullshit. I think he want to keep his job. I think that.
Correct.
I just think that Carmelo Anthony don't got black folks to ride for him. And I hate to see this, bro. I hate to see it, too. It burns my soul. Jay, if you was in trial and your life was on the line, you facing life in prison, and you know it's 4K video surveillance out there that tell the whole story that could just more than likely get you off and just be hands down prove your innocence, but the way they're showing the tape is they're making sure it's blurry and all that. How would you feel in court, Jay? I would, bro. That means it's been constructed to be that way because they know what you gonna get out of a blurry tape. right? And I guarantee you, when this stuff is happening, one of those kids got the actual video, but it's gonna make Austin look bad. It's gonna probably make his brother. I personally believe when you look up the Stanley Brown law in Texas, he should be, the only person should be going to prison for that boy's death is his brother. Because in Texas, Stanley Brown law, if you're not provoking the situation, if you're not being somewhere that's illegal, and you're not committing a crime, right? You're not committing a crime. He wasn't going to beat up that. Actually, Austin was committing a crime, and they said, come on, let's go make this black boy move out the rank to embarrass him and make him just feel some type of way. And then they went over there assaulting. Assaulting is a crime. And during the process, his brother died in the process of committing a crime. That wasn't been in reverse, people would have went to jail for that. But if you were to do that same thing, one of us would have died, one of us would have been in prison for either one of our deaths while committing a crime.
Well, what do you say to the people that heard you say that, what you just said, but they say, yeah, Austin, maybe he shouldn't have put his hands on him, but Carmelo was more wrong for whipping out a knife to defend himself. He shouldn't have defended himself with a knife, with, being confronted with all of that. What do you say to those people?
I would tell them they can go ahead with gasoline draws. So if that's the case, they need to lock up every white person that got away with shooting black people, including that circumstance. Because what it seems like to me, this is where I don't know why, how come they not bringing up Austin? How come they not bringing up Austin history as far as like, was this the type of kid that's a bully? Because it sounds like, well, based on pattern of behavior, he has a bullying spirit. Had he would have went over there, let's say the manager, the teacher didn't make him in charge. If you went over there and say, okay, you have to leave, you can't be here, and around that you want to leave, instead of taking upon inserting himself as if he's a trained staff or a trained security guard, or and go get somebody that's actually trained to enforce the policy, he took it upon himself to go over there and try to remove him. First off, you touched him, so that means you've actually been a dick, and so. And you kept pressing the line, you came close, and you violated his 3 feet of space to be able to get stabbed. Carmelo Anthony didn't start chasing him with no knife. He came close to that man, he was sitting down on that bleachers, that boy came closer to that boy, and the boy warned him. And he should have been stabbed the first time he touched him. So he gave you warning. Now they try to say he provoked him by saying, trust me, he's supposed to find out. No, I was always told that if that's the case, if Carmelo Anthony provoked the situation, well, maybe
he's actually saying, he told you,
touch him, what this. Well, that was every man that
he should have said it. That boy should have said it.
To be released immediately.
And not to the
they told me. They told us that I don't care what a woman say or do, sticks and stones might break your bones, but words will never hurt. I don't care. You cannot provoke nobody you cannot provoke me to the point where I'm putting my hands on you. That means everybody that have went to prison behind that need to get released immediately based on ACE law.
So Jay, my brother JBK, he called in on the show a couple of nights ago. And he brought up a good point, and I'm bringing it to you because just like I can relate to what he said, I'm pretty sure you can relate to what he said. He said, freezing, even in prison, you're not supposed to have a shank or a knife or nothing like that. But there have been inmates that have gotten off on stabbing another inmate because they tried to jump him or the inmate tried to attack this inmate. The inmate actually got charged with the shank. He got charged with the knife, but he ain't get charged with the murder. Have you heard this before with incarceration and all that?
Yes, absolutely. Because when your life in danger, yes, you're not supposed to have. It's almost like being a felon with a gun. So if I'm a felon, and let's say if somebody breaks my house or rob me and stuff, and I see a gun, I get the right to use it. Yeah, I might go to jail for not having a gun, but I got to still have the right to protect myself.
Yeah.
And they trying to take that away from them. I think they would have been more okay with Carmelo Anthony would have been dead and Austin would have been lived. They would have painted that picture and would have got that boy off, and Austin would have walked free with his death. This is what America is used to. It's bad enough, black men, you cannot take the life of a white man or anybody white, but let alone a child. They not looking at Carmelo Anthony like a kid playing sport. They looking at him like a grown ass nigga off 3rd Street off the east side. That's how they looking at him. And so they trying to paint this picture. I knew when I was hearing them, the people saying what the witnesses was talking about, I knew for a fact that was illustrated like that. That wasn't real. That wasn't none of that. All of them is teaming up. That's what kids do, right? And I guarantee you, if they give all of them kids a lie detector test and they tell them, you fuck this lie detector test, you can possibly face charges, do some prison time behind you lying. I guarantee you a lot of people won't be coming out here and saying, okay, that's not what happened.
Austin Metcalf, pretty much they painted him into like an American hero. He's not just a Texas hero no more. I think they made him into an American hero, this kid. And he's dead. Do you think that's right? Right, exactly. Do you think that is another factor that's influencing the prosecution, the police department, and everybody to demonize Carmelo Anthony and to victimize Austin Metcalf, and to also coach these kids into lying and coerce them into lying on the behalf of Austin Metcalf?
Yes, the options look so. The options looking like white people are very smart. They're very intelligent. See, yeah, they wrote the rules up. They wrote the laws and rules, so they know the loopholes of these rules. And all of this stuff is a play, right? This is the reason why they hyper focus on the 3 women that said that I can't convict no black boy. You know, I'd rather talk to the people who didn't get chose by the jury, because you know white people on every damn thing. It's all in the options. The options is we're gonna play Carmelo Anthony like a thug, right? He came with a knife he wanted to delete this boy. They already saying he was a gangster and he was a very aggressive and all this other type of stuff. I said, how the man was aggressive? He said, the motherfuckers come fucking with him. See, the problem is white people have this entitlement and that they can always tell people what to do. Blacks what to do. You see it in our conversations. When white people show up, they always try to tell us what we don't know and what they should and what we should know based off their perspective. And bro, you walk in like white people always gonna come and tell you, you breaking the rules, that's not the rules, you got the Karens. Right? The Karens always trying to tell you what go all out their way. Citizen arrest and shit. Basically what the boy did was like a citizen detain him. He tried to detain Carmelo Anthony. And since Carmelo Anthony looked at him like a peer, like, no, who are you? I guarantee you.
Bro, I feel the same way. Bro, let's go back to high school. You're gonna let another student act like they finna move you and all that shit?
Hell no. And if that gym teacher instructed that boy to do that, he instigated a problem. He should have known that would have never worked out the way that he thought it was gonna work out. I would never, as a teacher, if I would have been a teacher, I would have never tell no kid to go try to chin check another kid, knowing that's gonna start a problem.
Come on, correct.
I think that teacher made that up to protect the image of Austin. Because they also protected the brother. Because if that brother, if they literally came over there and been aggressive to them, the brother could possibly have committed a crime. They literally committed a crime and died in the process. So the brother need to be on trial and convicted.
I agree.
I guarantee you, if me you would have did that to a white boy and I died, you went to prison for life.
Oh, most definitely. But easy.
Correct.
And here's another thing, Jay Prince, I want you to speak on this too. They try to say this, it had nothing to do with race because it was two other black guys with Austin and his brother Hunter. There was two black guys with them too from Memorial, that went to Memorial High School. And this is what I want to say. They saying they had nothing to do with race because it was two black guys that was with Austin during the event. Has anybody ever considered that those two black boys, they might be some young black homes? They might be some young house ninjas?
Right, or they probably be biracial. You know, they call it biracial.
Exactly.
Anthony was stabbing Austin. No, he stabbed. That's a big difference. If Carmel was doing this, that means he intentionally trying to delete it. But if he, in the process of getting mud from all of these people, and then it's intimidating. You see all of these people who sit up there trying to tell you to move. Austin wasn't just the one that's putting his hands on him, but he got all of these other voices, and they so-called the witness, like they're not going to protect themselves.
Correct.
The so-called witnesses is all sitting up there. He just fucking along and want the man. So of course he got nervous and said, soon as
I feel like his brother should be on trial. At the same time, his brother egged it on.
His brother ain't
doing nothing to stop the
he ran
situation.
because he felt like
He egged it on, and your brother, because you egged him fight right now with your brother. I reacted to my own video. But yeah, I believe that his brother should be on trial too. Because his brother's the one egged it on. If his brother wouldn't have egged it on, the situation wouldn't end up the way it ended up. If he would have just told his brother, go ahead, go on, the same situation alone, but he told his brother that he egged it on. And the point is, they were still they go back home. So they were doing that. They egged it on, right on with his brother. And this was the outcome of his brother lost his brother. So he actually the reason why his brother lost his life, because if he would just sit there and just told his brother, no, let's just go, leave the situation alone, then he would have lost his dang life, because he kept egging on and kept egging it on. So you gotta take the accountability of his brother losing his life too.
So let me bring you back. So when it comes to the stabbing, I brought this up on our last live stream. So this is just my theory, but it also matches up with the chain of events, right? With how Austin Metcalf grabbed Carmelo and leaned in. So they're saying none of the students said they actually seen the knife. They never seen Austin get stabbed. So just me using my damn common sense, which I don't know a lot of these ninjas don't want to use their damn common sense. When Austin leaned in and grabbed it like this and tried to do that damn lineman move and lift his ass up and when he leaned in, that's when Carmelo had the knife. Carmelo didn't even have to do this. He had the knife pointed up like this, and the knife, when he leaned in, the knife hit him.
The knife hit him.
Yes. The knife hit him. That's what gave it enough force to actually go through his damn sternum like that.
And pierce it, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because it don't sound like, bro, it don't even sound like he was really trying to judge this boy.
Exactly. And that's why they didn't see, that's why none of the students actually seen the stabbing, because it wasn't even a blatant stabbing.
Correct.
So, and then,
I agree with that too.
It's not been told. So he was charged with what? First degree murder, right? Yeah. Premeditated. So, if they were charged with, he's not guilty of premeditated murder. He's guilty, if they do try to find him guilty, it could have been manslaughter, right? Mm-hmm. But since they didn't charge him with that, you can't be charged for something that he's not guilty of. So he might still get off because it wasn't premeditated. This is why they coercing all of these kids. They removed anybody black from the jury. Out of 600 people, they focused on 3 to 10 black folks that said they couldn't convict that boy. Okay, we got 500 some more people to go. But they try to make it seem like people of color, bro, Mexicans, Asians think they're white too, and they got the same white beliefs towards black people. So, bro, I personally think that he got an appeal because he didn't have the jury of his peers. None of the people of that trial is black.
Well, then, shout out to Next Level in the building. What's going on, Next Level? I got Mark Perez Tasco up here. Mark, what's your thoughts on this thing? We're coming to Anthony in the trial.
Absolutely, I don't even know if you can hear me correctly.
I mean, you do.
Okay, good. Yeah, it was like freezing me up when I was coming in. So I appreciate you taking my call. You know what? This case here is very similar to the case that a lot of folks have mentioned, which was the Asian guy in the gas station chasing down the black young kid that they thought that they assumed stole something.
Okay.
They should get the videos of the interrogation when they first start with interrogating these witnesses. Because I'm almost guaranteed their story gonna be totally different from when this shit first happened.
Correct. I agree. It would be totally different. I agree. They need to show the video, a clear video of what happened, so they know exactly, so the jury know exactly what happened. Because they can't sit there and give a direct a direct if person guilty or not guilty if they can't see a full video of exactly what happened in the situation. And then they better sit there and tell the person is guilty or not guilty or what self-defense. They need to see that video, and they need to see it clearly. But there got to be some reason why they don't want them to see that video. And I think the reason they want him to stay in damn jail don't make no damn sense. If it was self-defense, it was self-defense. Get him a new trial. And get him a jury of his peers.
I agree with you. I think that he's coming in and he's reflecting on it because he recorded the same day that a suspected criminal was reported rather than 100 nights on the top. It was recorded. I believe that every witness that comes in gets an especially in a situation like this because some people are in shock. And they get, I mean, you could put 5 people or 10 people that were right there from the incident, and you don't put 15 different categories of what happened, right? So I do believe how many people are we seeing that were released from prison 20, 30 years later from witnesses that say that time it was there, and they find out that it wasn't there. Right? So it's not really black, it is not really black and white, but unfortunately, in this country, I people don't have to say that. In this country, really black and white.
And then they got to prove this without reasonable doubt. So the doubt is those witnesses could have been his opposition. Those witnesses could have been white. So you can't just automatically take those witnesses' word for it because they are innocent white kids.
Right? So the truth is that the jury actually doesn't get to get into that detail and think that way because the judge says you can't do this. And you can't think like, so throw your ownership out the window and it's your exactly.
And I told them that you want to go to a new job. Yeah, you want to go to a new job.
So
I think he said we got to what's that new job? You got to go for you got to orientation. So congratulations on your new job you're doing Snoopy. Hope your orientation goes good. And hope your job goes good, Snoopy.
She said Mike Conway has a perfect record. I just researched him. And also, because of his track record in Dallas sports, Howard has been named amongst the best criminal defense attorneys in Dallas. So I looked up Mike Howard last year. I knew the lawyer that Carmelo family got. He He know what he's doing. He's an excellent defense attorney. I think he specializes in civil law and all that kind of stuff. Right. The felon was in very good witness. It's a even telling you to teach. Yeah, so with that guy had that kind of background, if that's true, yeah. You know.
Okay, well, this dude say here. Ain't make no sense at all. This dude over here didn't make no sense what he said here. At all. Ain't make no sense. Well, he said it made no sense, period. The dude over here.
The video of the incident is 100% admissible of the crime, right? I mean, there's no challenging the video.
But I give you a video, you're not going to just take that at face value. You know, it's just AI, it's just it's just that.
No, you can't take the video at face value if you can't see nothing. And the video wasn't clear for them to actually see anything. They need to show a clear version of the video. And it's a clear version out there, they just don't want to show it. I don't understand that. Then the dude said I watched another video. Dude said they had a big screen when they showed the video in a little box. What's putting y'all on the big old TV and y'all gonna show the video in the box? It don't even make no sense. They didn't want everything to be shown, but they knew that he was innocent and he deserved to go to jail. He defended himself. So why they showed it in a little box, which is crazy. It doesn't make no damn sense. And he do his trial. He need to get a do-over on his trial. He need to get a whole new trial with jurors of his peers. He deserves a new trial. At the let me take that, make sure I understand his name right there. Anthony Carmelo deserves a new trial with juries of his peers. He deserves a new trial. And they did not give him a fair trial at all. They didn't give him a fair trial, period. He deserves a new trial. So I pray that he get a new trial, because he deserves a new trial. Because that trial was fair to him whatsoever. I pray that Anthony Carmelo get a new trial.
They have to show video. They have to. That's a key piece of evidence.
Ultimately, definitely believe that the intent of people that the gross, right? But unfortunately, there's cases where people
Alexa, what's for today?
technical things. So
Currently 74 degrees. Today's high is 75, with heavy rain and thunderstorms expected this afternoon. There's a flood watch in effect from 4 p.m. today through 4 a.m. tomorrow due to expected rainfall of 1 to 3 inches.
Wait a minute, Alexa, what's the weather again? Alexa.
It's 74 degrees in California. Today's high is 75, with heavy rain and thunderstorms expected this afternoon. There's a flood watch in effect from
a flood watch.
through 4 a.m. tomorrow due to expected rainfall of 1 to 3 inches.
I'm glad I ain't gotta do nothing.
I think it was whatever it was, the wicked chickens, okay? Totally and put that Caesar. And there's absolutely no reason why the kitchen never saw other reason, other than the fact that a lot of evidence was good, and some high level individuals were tied to the hotel, but the information got buried, and so our case today was still unsolved. So, I mean, when it was common sense, sometimes it's just not common sense, but in this particular case, wrong place, wrong time, wrong color.
Go ahead, John. You want to say something? Yeah. I think different tissues. What happened to her? I don't remember what happened to her. Well, she got found in a freezer. She got found in a walk-in freezer. They released the person. No, I don't. that wasn't a racial situation, but she was with some, I think she was with some black guys or something in a hotel room or something. She was a hard bunch of friends of hers, and my point to that was there was so much evidence that was blurry and flaky because of the people who had no hotel. It is a whole story. When you go through the whole story, you understand why her kids and funds and all are today. So, in this case, if that video exists and it never actually ever recorded, it's probably turned out to be a lie like same thing. I've seen 39 people say it. I've seen 2 or 3. So it's a song or a video. If that video does not make it to their platform, even when they get a 4K maybe,
Y'all like my last
they
crack?
will only know when they're away. Period. Well, let me ask you this question. Is his attorney mentioned this video? So yes, his attorney was the one that got it played initially already. But the video is a 4K resolution, and the only device they had to play it on in court was a 1080p device. So that made the video grainy and blurry, and they had to have a video analyst come in to actually point out who was who. But the people that actually seen the video at Frisco School District before this trial even started, all the people that seen the video that signed up, they didn't need a video analyst to make out who was Carmelo Anthony or Austin Metcalf. It was in 4K at the school district. But in court, they were able to provide a 4K device to show the 4K video. So that's why it came out very grainy. They even tried to zoom in, which made it more grainy. You couldn't see the faces. You couldn't make out the faces of who was who or what was what or whatever. It was very blurry. So this is why Carmelo's defense requested from the judge if it's possible for them to actually revisit the video, the 4K video, but next time have a 4K device in court so they can show it properly. Yeah.
Yeah, can I ask about this? I never explained on this still. So, like, what would be needed? What's a 4K? Well, I don't even know the question to ask.
So 4K has a lot to do with the resolution and the quality of the video and how clear it is. So the black guy that went viral that actually
Which means it wasn't clear enough for them to see it. That's what that means. It wasn't clear enough for them to see
it
it.
in 4K. The woman I had, the guest that I had on my show today, she seen the same video in 4K. The other 15 people, white and black, that seen the video, they have the same account of the video, they seen it in 4K. And they all have the same account. They all say that he actually got jumped. It wasn't just Austin Metcalf, right? And even when Carmelo Anthony actually tried to back off and get away from him, and then he got pulled back in. All of these people have the same account, and when he got pulled back in, then it was actually fighting him. And Carmelo, when Austin Metcalf leaned in to grab him again, Carmelo, that's when he leaned into the knife and stabbed him, and that's when Carmelo was able to get away. But even when Carmelo got away, they ran after him. A mob of guys still ran after him, and even Austin Metcalf ran after him. That's how he got down to the bottom of the bleachers. That's how he made it down there and bled to death. Because he tried to run after Carmelo too, but he felt his chest, and he realized he was, stabbed. That's how he made it to the bottom of the bleachers.
I would have been deep one time very far to stab to his chest. He probably got a couple steps.
Well, people are trying to figure out how was the knife able to penetrate his sternum, because that's a difficult
Correct.
It penetrated his sternum, right?
It was something you went through career, I think, right? I don't know anything about him now.
Well, your sternum is your chest cavity, right? So the knife had bone fragments on it. It had blood in it. Yes. It's reported that the knife had blood as well as bone fragments. So the knife penetrated his sternum. So my theory, this is my theory, when Austin leaned in the last time to grab him and remove him again, try to remove him, The knife, he had the knife upward, and he just the knife hit him like that when he leaned in. Right? So that's when Carmelo was able to get away that last time. But the point I'm trying to make is very important for them to show this video in all clarity. Right? For it to be super clear. Because that is a key source of evidence. Right? Video surveillance. You know this, John. Yeah, I do. Surveillance is very key, not only in court, but in like even in solving crimes with the police department. Surveillance is very key.
Right. Usually, like, I don't know how closely you follow the testimony.
Yeah.
And I got a couple questions. I find this stuff interesting. I'm not taking a side because I don't know any of these people. But I keep coming back to who's going to testify as an eyewitness on behalf of Carmelo that is going to be like, because all the eyewitnesses more or less have been state within. I don't think the jury is going to go against truly what young adults are saying. That's just going to be my thought. Unless they just up there just.
Well, he's saying they make no damn sense.
To lie. I don't think they're just going to just throw out what the kids are saying. And those kids testified for this state also the person some whatever words in course of the rest. Even the defense witness, there was the eyewitness, the any guy, he testified, he answered the prosecutor, Carmelo.
Well, he's saying they make no sense at all.
Initial aggressive word, which I can't remember exactly.
You know, turn on witness already? I didn't see that.
The defense went on 2 minutes, and it was interesting. The first witness was not an eyewitness. So, at first, the first who testified was not an eyewitness. It was like a coach. So, he might let you testify and let you go yourself for the first in the court. The second witness, at best, was washed. But he admitted it. Carmelo was like the aggressor or something like that. So, there's 2 witnesses down. Who else is going to get to the self-defense of the matter? That's really hard matter. Defense, rain, whatever, none of that. Did he have the right to do what he did? And there's going to have to be a witness. Or he's going to have to testify. And I'm saying testify.
I'm confused. Somebody said they used to be, they let me run into law. So the prosecutor took the person on all their witness at first, the judge had the right to cross-examine the witness, and the defense has the opportunity to put on their side, which I don't believe is fair yet. I don't know if I'm listening to it, I'm trying to
Started today.
what's the answer?
They started today. The defense started the case today.
Yeah, so prosecution, the prosecution rested today, right? So to John's point, I understand what he's saying about the kids, and I'm pretty sure the defense have been very careful about how they question those kids on the stand because the prosecution could be criticized by how harsh they question these kids, right? So they have to be dealing with these kids. But what do you think about the inconsistencies that were found with these witnesses, these kid witnesses, John Doe? The defense have been able to point out inconsistencies and lies. What do you think about that, John?
Well, I think they were too consistent, as you were saying the other one yesterday. You think they didn't coach. They just only, instantly done. But by the fact that they're not like all this young, they don't seem to be coached. That's just one way to look at them. If they're not all like pairing the same line, then and some of
You say they don't seem to be coached.
Well, I'm saying if they're not in sync perfectly in, clearly they haven't been coached. Because the defense will not handle anything saying something that will be beneficial to the defense. So the prosecution will do that. So a little inconsistency here and there probably is normal. in a court case, you talk about a year from now, a year from ago, that may be normal, the media of that should change. But the rage and the love can see you, little things can change.
I believe that kid coach, the one that know what happened, that know what happened, and not telling the truth, that could be coached to lie.
That's what I'm saying.
And not tell the whole damn truth what happened, and they see exactly what happened.
If you just really pay attention how it's, you know, handle the case. From beginning to end, they start off saying, we're trying our best to damage mitigation. We want to see jurors and we give them a lot of time. It's exactly almost like an indication that they don't think they can win the case.
Right. So let me say this. The students said that Hunter Metcalf wasn't with Austin. But by Hunter's own account, he said he was with Austin. I don't see how people can see this, like just overlooking this. To me, it seems like people are just having slow moments watching this case. Like, but Hunter already said initially last year during an interview that he was with Austin. Not only was he with Austin, he initially made the first communication with Carmelo Anthony. And he said he was close enough to see Austin Metcalf grab Carmelo Anthony's bag, which hasn't even came up yet in court. Hunter said that twice.
He hasn't testified.
He's not going to testify. I think they said I don't think he's. Shout out to House Hypocrites. Hunter not testifying is very interesting. The person side by side with his brother doesn't testify. Come on, bro.
Actually,
go ahead. You finish up one, John. I want Gary G to go. Go ahead.
I've been playing a clip on my channel where a lawyer was analyzing the case and he says Hunter will likely testify when the government does his rebuttal. He'll probably be the last witness to testify, as an emotional witness. Which would be pretty effective considering his twin brother. Yeah. And so again, how would the defense question was, well, you'll likely be crying on the scene of the brother.
He's a key witness.
But you're gonna have to interpret
That's a turn like a.
I don't know if he's a key witness, and you don't want to take your chance alienating the jury by being rude with I don't know if it's worth. I don't know if it's worth.
He didn't have no jury to his peers to begin with. The jury was all black. But next time, it's like jury at all. I think it's like
a family of a slain person to testify. That's not unheard of, right?
But I think in a civil again, like the only one that can explain to us how, or to the jury how he was feeling is him. There are no witnesses giving him that overriding, like Zimmerman had, that overriding, I had the right to do what I did because somebody got on the scene and said it's going to be the interest to prove. The only other reason, so, let me say this. Gary G, are you there, Gary?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need you to come on camera, Gary. Gary, what's your thoughts on this trial and how it's going? What the witnesses' statements on the stand? What do you think about what's going on here?
Basically, you can tell you're already trying. Look, I've been watching, you guys see me?
Yeah, you got see you, bro.
Look, I've been watching the whole thing front to back. And I've been watching the videos, talking about it. And it seems that everybody just want to pick the little facts that they want to believe. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody taking the whole story into account. It's everybody talking about these witnesses. You can ask some blatant questions, and if they don't
Passport it.
You know, keep your camera steady. It's kind of.
So people saying that these witnesses ain't coached, but it's funny that when they're testifying, they all got the same three lines about Carmelo said, "Touch me and see what happens. Touch me and see what happens." And that's it. It wasn't self-defense. It's kind of funny when you asked him about who's the initial aggressor, and listen to this. Everybody's saying Austin's supposed to be a good guy and stuff, but if somebody tells you to don't put your hands on somebody, and that person gonna put their hands on you, and then someone says don't hit me, and that person come and hit me, ain't that a bully?
Let me ask you this question. Do you think the witnesses that testify so far are lying?
I think that they're not telling the whole truth. Would you get up there and make your buddy who his brother died look a little bit better? Would you try to say things to make the person that killed your friend's buddy look a little bit better?
So let me ask you this question. Do you think they should be prosecuted for lying about?
I mean, that's the job of the lawyer. He need to get up there and he should be having the numbers ready and be breaking down.
That's the job of the prosecutor. So if they
No, the prosecutor, the defense needs to go up there and he needs to have notes about all the witnesses that came up here yesterday or earlier today, and you need to break all of them down about all these little different lies that they was telling. That's what they need to do.
And did he have an opportunity to do that during cross-examination? That's when you get a chance to like to impeach the witness during cross-examination. They weren't really able to impeach the eyewitness. They didn't see what you saw, thought you saw. They didn't.
When you're going up there second, you're kind of on a listen basis and then kind of reacting. Well, when you get up there and you're, number one player, you got more leeway you got your questions ready. You should be able to, score big runs.
Let me do this. Let me show y'all this. So right here, right, let me take the name tags off. And shout out to House and Hypocrite that joined us. Right here, Power. Edwin Power is the student that Carmelo Anthony greeted under the tent. That's how he even got up under the tent because he seen Edwin Power. That's that's Carmelo's girlfriend's brother's friend or something like that, whatever, that goes to Memorial. It says Power said he didn't notice Anthony when he first joined his team under the tent on April 2nd, 2025. Right? But the jury told the jury Anthony got everyone's attention when he suddenly inserted himself into a conversation about his school's football team. "Quote unquote, y'all are ass." He recalled Anthony saying of the players. So let me go down a little bit and let me show y'all what he said. What the defense attorney caught Edwin Power up in a lie, right? So right here it says, let me highlight this for y'all. Toby Shook, defense attorney Toby Shook challenged Power's characterization of his relationship with Anthony, presenting a series of photographs, text messages, and social interactions that suggested the two teenagers had spent significantly more time together than what Power described. Toby Shook highlighted Numerous occasions where Anthony appeared in pictures with Edwin Power and his family, largely during parties at Power's house. Now remember, Power said he didn't even know who Anthony was when he came up under the tent.
Yeah, not a lot.
So the defense attorney showed Power lot pictures of him hanging with Anthony with his family, largely during parties at Power's house. One photo showed Power and Anthony posed together on a couch. Another featured Power playing with the guitar. Another featured Anthony playing with the guitar in Power's bedroom. So the defense attorney Shook said, "You're still telling this jury you didn't know it, Carmelo Anthony Will?" Edwin Power said, "Not personally." And then he asked whether it would have made sense for Carmelo Anthony to greet him at a track meet. Power responded, "I mean, we were cool with each other." Shook then had Power acknowledge he saw Anthony at another track event about 10 days before the stabbing and showed the jury a photograph depicting the two sitting next to each other on the field. So I just wanted to show that right here, Edwin Power, the guy that Carmelo Anthony actually greeted. That's how he ended up at Memorial High School's tent. He seen somebody he knew, Edwin Power. And there are witnesses that say he actually dapped up. I'm talking about Memorial High School students that witnessed him dap up Edwin Power. Edwin Power made it seem like he didn't even know Anthony. He didn't notice him until he screamed out something about their football team. The defense attorney caught Edwin Power in a lie. Come on.
The only thing that really matters to me was did Carmelo have the right to stab him or not? And Edward, the power guy, said Carmelo initiated or was the aggressor. That's what the
Hold on, House. I'm gonna let you go next, House. You just skipped all over that Edwin Power line. That's what I said. I don't know why y'all do that. You wanna go straight? Hold on, John. You wanna go straight to the knife? We haven't seen the video. There's plenty of evidence. With video, your brother passed away in your arms, right? So
yeah,
it's a very telling a tale. And then prosecution wrapped up. They wrapped up their witnesses pretty fast, right? Right. So if we gonna say this is gonna be like we and Carmelo Anthony is guilty.
fine. When I came over here when we first started talking about this, I was zeroed in, I said, why did they go move to this ultra conservative white area? And then now they don't like the jury makeup, but this is the consequences of moving in certain areas. And I said it to you individually. No, that's not my defense. What I'm saying is, it's not America, right? This is America, right? This is America, right? And this is America, and so if you go move into the conservative white district and you commit a crime, then you should expect to be around, right? No, what I'm saying is that you're gonna be judged by it. And so if you end up with another black, no blacks on your jury, well, you moved there because there are no blacks. That's why you moved there. Yeah, where we should go? Georgia? I live around. I live around blacks. If I end up having a kid one, I'm sure people around me will be like, "No, you should do the job. You should not even try. What you're saying right now, what you're saying right now, what you're saying right now, that is not so-called the American way. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. But I should be able to live anywhere in America. Don't do what you are. Listen to what you said this entire time. I should be able to move and live in America and be treated exactly like every individual in America, regardless of how I live.
But that don't mean you but that don't mean you're gonna get a black jury. If you go to Collin County, you're not gonna get the same type of jury if you live in Fulton County in Atlanta. It's a but what you said, what the blacks have shown to me is that they want to learn about white people, but when they get in trouble, they don't want to be judged by white people. See, that's what's so interesting to me. The blacks would have found the whitest area that they could afford, and then when that boy got in trouble, now they want a black jury to come bail him out. Why they not thinking about it? I agree with you. I agree with you 1,000%. I agree with you 1,000%. We are not drafted and treated like our own motherfucking neighborhoods. I don't know what the neighborhoods.
I don't think it's true. That's not even what you said the other night, very quick, because I'm like,
Correct. You know, well, I guarantee you, Cumberland, we can in Dallas County right now, Collins County, being treated by the blacks in Dallas County, to the white people, black people in Collins County. I guarantee you, right there.
Are you familiar with the demographic of Texas?
Yeah, maybe, but I don't live in Texas. No, but I guarantee you.
Okay, well, Dallas County is black majority white people. You got majority black and white in Dallas County.
Would you agree that you have a better shot at having blacks in the jury if it was Dallas County versus Collins?
No.
I'm not sure that matter.
Hold on, you ain't saying no.
That's not correct.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no because you talking about.
Okay, fair enough. You like if you say
Can I answer the question again, so Troy? You go to break
go ahead. Shut up.
We go to great question. I said no because you gotta realize when it comes to court and civil things, the majority of people that sign for the civil things are Caucasian people. So even if you go to the county where the majority of so-called black, there's still gonna be people that's of Caucasian descent.
You can't see that big
I just told you no because it's still let me finish that. Because it's still going to be up to the prosecutor and the defense to pick the jurors. They're going to pick the jurors on their point of view. So, and the majority of people that's on the jury, it's Caucasian people.
That was actually a good point, John. They still have to go through jurisdiction or whatever. So
Yes, jurisdiction. So
jurisdiction in that county is very low percentage of blacks. You're gonna get some blacks who are gonna get disqualified, because of whatever reason. Maybe they can't serve. You're gonna stand a lesser chance of having blacks, and for blacks, they seem to be important. They want blacks on the jury. And if you don't live in a very exclusive white county or town or whatever, you probably not gonna have many blacks in the jury pool, let alone that jury. That's not a problem if you don't commit a crime and don't have to face the justice system. John, you think the benefit of living in a nice community if you don't commit a crime. But if you commit a crime and it's a certain way, you go to the book on that you decided to keep that in the same way.
county that makes up multiple areas. Dallas County is big, it's like, it's big, so.
But you're not in Dallas County.
The deeper parts have like, Dallas County, South Dallas, like, oh, look, that's the south side of Dallas. You got the north side, east side, and you got, North Dallas. That's in Dallas County.
But they pulled the jurors from, Oak Cliff as well as the nice parts of Dallas. But in Collins County, we're pulling the jurors from Collins County, that's on.
But you know, white people, see, y'all keep forgetting about the middle, because white people, y'all be thinking this about all white people, big story, you have a lot of talk to the Brenda, Jennifer,
Sure. But there ain't that many black
Well,
that's
I think what John is saying, the case could be more favorable. It could possibly be more favorable in Dallas County than it would in Collins County. I think that's what John is saying.
Forget about Dallas here. How about Atlanta? Will you stand a better chance in Fulton County versus
it was against also aspects of our economy that if you go into a conservative area, you're going to end up right with a conservative jury if you ever have to face justice system. Things are going to work a little different. Around conservative people, first if you work for a legal Delaware, held by city, and criminals you work, wow. It's a hard thing. So you saying all black folks supposed to be, they got conservative, they got liberal? What you saying? You saying we got black liberal, but what I'm saying is if you move into the, that's what you think that black folks can only live in liberal areas and get justice and everything correct. But you know common liberals is conservative. This is what the thing is. I profile the Collins County judges. They pride themselves on being very conservative Republican county. There's nothing wrong with that. But those people are going to have a different viewpoint when it comes to law and order, crime and punishment. So if you move there and there are a lot of black people, you're going to be judged by, some people that you may not want to be judged by. And so they don't figure you out. Say something to somebody. So with the blacks, they're running away from each other, but they're moving into neighborhood. They just calm down in your city. Now they gotta be judged by the people that they don't want, apparently. They want to live for it. We got your point, John. House, go ahead, go. I want you to go because he's been waiting, but go ahead, House. Nah, I see if you're gonna be my point, John. This is fine. I got you, shot. I got you. Most black people don't commit crimes, bro. At a high level, it's probably like 95, 97% of black people that don't commit crimes in their goddamn life. So, well, that's not true. Bro, what's not true? Who said this shit? I said it. I'm sure. Crazy. Not motherfucking crimes. Let's just get that straight. So when we go move to these particular areas, we're not moving to say, oh, if I commit a crime, or am I going to face a law? It's a small percentage of us committing fucking crimes. So the argument is, okay, I get what you're saying, but the fact of the matter is, come on. It's not you Bro, Mark, what the hell is you talking about?
Yeah, what the hell is he talking about?
I don't think you got his. I don't think you got his logic, Mark. He's saying, Mark, I don't think you got what he was saying. I think what House was saying is that even if blacks stayed around blacks, the majority of blacks don't commit crimes. Forget about that. Before you go, John, I gotta get Jay in. I wanted House to make sure he made his point and get Jay in. Go ahead. I'm sorry, bro, we can't ignore it and act like the average white American that is a Republican is gonna see a favorable eyes for somebody black, bro. Just look at the type of shit they push in the media and how they frame things about us. And you know what I'm saying? It was so many lies that they framed about goddamn Carmelo Anthony and his family. You think this judge was gonna goddamn allow anybody black? They did 600. They did 600. I guess I don't know what you call it. Interviews for jurors, and only seen 3 black people out of 600 motherfucking people. And then, I'm sorry, my bad. And then you don't get a jury of his peers, right? A teachers would have been something. A black teacher would have been something perfect to put on this goddamn jury. They didn't want to do that, bro. And the judge not allowing it shows where he stands when it comes to his people. So why the fuck are we gonna be divisive and want to be this objective when it comes to ours? Fuck that. We're gonna be just as hateful as they is us, or just as loving. If they don't treat them with love, we're gonna treat them with love. They're gonna treat them with hate.
We're gonna treat them with hate. They're gonna treat us with a bias. We're gonna do the exact same thing. We ain't gotta be hateful. Right. Let's act accordingly on how they gonna act with their folks. Because when their folks gonna commit these crimes, they get them, that's the time. You know what I'm saying? They get them slap on the wrist. The white boy really gonna take advantage of other children, gave the nigga probation. The black boy did it to the black girl. You know what I'm saying? 12-year-old. They trying to charge the nigga as an adult. So we ain't gonna act like there's not a bias in all judicial systems, especially when it comes to certain political parties, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all I'm saying. That was a great point, House. Before you, Joe, I know you want to respond, but keep it on the back burner. Jay, go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry, Jay. It was actually everybody responded to John's point. But go ahead, Jay. What's on your mind, Jay? Are you there, Jay? JBK. I think it's extreme for us. Go ahead, John. Wait till perhaps democracy should be judged by its peers. Well, I don't think you want blacks on the jury here, but not going to be honest and just refuse to convince someone because they're black. And that's yes, I look like. Yes, the fuck I do. Because it's across the board, bro. Being fair and honest and upright with people that's not gonna be the same way with us, bro. Before y'all finish the back and forth, go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, you can hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Hey, House, you are absolutely 100% correct. Because the justice system, because you said that the courts, right? And I Mark said that the courts don't work like that. Have you been to court and had the state of Texas taking you to court, or any other state taking you to court? Because I'm in charge of Texas.
Bring it on, because you couldn't handle this. Bring it on, brother.
Because I'll be the case in Texas.
I've spent 32 years of life. I'm telling the story. Don't do the bullshit.
Okay. So I'm asking
No, put your face on.
Go ahead, Jay.
yeah. So what happens is, bro, House is 100% correct, bro, and people don't want to admit that. These people disrespect the like crazy, bro. They disrespect the people like crazy. I want to kumbaya with people, bro. I don't make no sense.